gratefulness, gratitude, appreciation, etc. Be the focal point. Inspired just from a comment, actual engagement. For once. Yeah, for once. It was on a clip from regarding the end of life, like hospice moments, stuff like that, where people, they have the moment where their entire life, everything aligns, everything makes sense, nothing is regretted, everything is just simply in alignment. And I had one of those. One of those moments myself. Again, year and a half ago. And I commented, got engaged with, and so I commented and I asked, what was, because again, somebody just said, you articulated, you put it in words exactly what happened to them. So then I asked, well, what was one thing you learned or embodied from it? And again, me being me here as always, just speaking from being. These are only my words and my words alone. That's where they end. I'm not making it, telling anybody anything. And that's it. Usual spiel I say. And one thing I learned, is again, because I can't keep my mouth shut, I like expressing, I like sharing, I like engaging regarding life and things that matter. So I put gratitude itself. That's one thing I learned. Gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation, etc. Gratitude itself. Not grateful for somebody, something, in forward, backwards, or any which way. It's just simply be in a state of gratitude, gratefulness, etc. is one thing I've learned. And where does that come from? Like how... one step always be like, well, grateful for everything. Well, that's a byproduct. After having that kind of moment. Like I said, the clip was expressing, like hospice moment and death's door crises, and, your whole life is just, boom, right there in your face, and everything makes sense, and all that bit. Like, you're not regretful, you're grateful for your whole life, is the one thing. And again, you don't have to be on death's door. You could have an existential crisis, which is another way of putting it, what I had for freaking 4 decades, to put it lightly. But being grateful for everything is simply, for me, it's a byproduct. Even the state of gratitude was a byproduct, because what is gratitude? And it's an orientation, an alignment of and with life itself. Because in that moment, at the existential crisis, life crisis, whether you're at the end of life or just a crisis, etc., what is the only thing that is left in all of that? Not you, not all your nonsense, nobody else's, and nothing else. The nonsense of anything else doesn't matter anymore. The only thing left is life. Not you, nothing else. That's the only thing left in those moments, is life. Gratitude simply comes from that. grateful for life, with life, etc. And then everything from there is a natural byproduct of life. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is. Depends on its alignment with life, whether it's presence or its absence and distortion, which is, how is that a good thing? Information. The absence of life teaches you the information on its opposite, its presence. And again, crisis, life crisis, existential crises, end of life, stuff like that. What's the only thing left? It's like you're dying, or you hit rock bottom and nothing matters anymore, not even yourself. I've been there. I'm not even going to get into that. But in all that absence, what is the only thing that cannot be extinguished, that cannot be removed? Life itself. Everything else, peachy. My words, my entire upside down, chaotic, traumatic life, I'm not whining about it. My life has been crap. People around me have been crap, which I don't know how much is them, their ignorance and awareness, and then my awareness. I don't care. I'm just saying I am grateful for all of it, especially the bad, because it taught me the opposite of it. It's as simple as that. It's like if you have nothing and then you get something, you learn to be grateful for it. From not having anything. It's as simple as that. Deeper you go, the more suffering. Not that I'm saying go and, seek it. I didn't have a choice. So even if everything sucked, how did it suck? Why did it suck? Because the opposite wasn't present. It was distortion, harm, abuse, nonsense, negativity, whichever way you want to put it. Flipped that around, there's life, there's presence. If everything sucks, flip the equation around, there's your answer. There's life. When nothing else is left, whether you're dying or you're just all the way at the bottom of the internal abyss like I was, what matters that is left, regardless of you or anything else? Life. And then what comes from that? Gratitude. That's one thing I've learned from that, having, again, that moment myself. And thank you for that inspiration into contemplation and reflection.